I'm going to share 10 tips for training that you can use in CS2 to dominate your matches. If you're not sure you can trust me, I'm Louis, a 3000 elo player on Faceit, and I play internationally with Team USA at LAN events around the world. We'll cover everything from insane wallbang angles that you've never seen, overpowered angles guaranteed to get you more kills, and some broken flashes that will get you way more blinded kills. I've included timestamps in the description below so you can skip ahead or revisit any tip you like. Let's kick off things with our first topic, insane wallbang angles you need to try. Trust me, learning these wallbangs will change the way you play train. Now, if you guys want to get free damage, one thing you can do is wallbang these windows above showers or towards brown hall, or you can just spam these windows at the start of the round. If you do know it's a B rush, or maybe they're playing really slow towards outside, you can just go ahead and wallbang through these windows and get any free damage for anyone that is trying to run towards ladder room or B. Now, a lot of people will run this way, but there will be instances where people will want to run on this left side, especially if you are in the lower elo or lower ranks of Counter-Strike. You can get a lot of free damage by just sitting here, being safe from anyone running out into yard, and you can just sit here and spam. You can even jump up here if you want a little bit better angle. Now, you do want to be careful where you are spamming, just because obviously if they aren't throwing a sandwich smoke or maybe they are rushing, you don't want to just be sitting here shooting and get caught off guard. Even if you want to troll a little bit and buy into Gev and just sit here and just spam these windows to try to get a free kill, that is also an option. If you are somehow up like 9-0 on the CT side, you can definitely troll around a little bit and get a lot of free damage. Now, another way you can get free damage as well is to abuse these windows. I know there is some cool lineups that you can use to just throw, you know, flashbangs, molotovs, whatever it is, by just some simple jump throws. I don't know for sure. You can see that one worked as well. This can help you get not only map control, but if you do abuse it with an HE, you can definitely dunk some free damage. Now, train is a really good map to use Lurk Smokes in just because of how open the map is. So for example, towards ladder room, if you do notice that your teammates may be stalled out on the map, it's really good to just create space by throwing a Lurk Smoke. Now, this smoke is obvious to the CTs that you may walk behind it, but it's also going to keep them guessing of what space you could have, because once this smoke fades, someone could be behind E-box, or maybe you're still on ladder, and it's going to make the CTs play differently than they should. Also towards Ivy as well, if you do walk up towards this space, you could either right click at smoke on this left side or even throw one on the right and just hold for anyone trying to re-aggress this space or to get information. Also towards the B side as well, there's Lurk Smokes for upper that you could throw, or you could just throw a smoke like this and the CTs will have to guess if you're going to come through the smoke or just literally jump through it as well, because they're going to be forced to hold the left and right side, and they're also going to have to be ready for if you nade the smoke, which means they're going to have to pull a rotator as well, because the B anchor will either have to hold this smoke or hold ramp. Then the rotator will have to hold whichever one the B anchor is holding, and that gives you space towards A. You can also use Lurk Smokes on CT side as well to retake B. Maybe you want to throw a Lurk Smoke that blocks any of the trains like this so you can try to get out, or maybe you just want to throw a smoke that blocks the lanes like this. That's going to give your team a lot of space to retake. Same thing goes for the A side as well, where if you have to retake, maybe you just want to smoke one side off so you can get out and just make sure you're being very thorough with all the angles that you clear. It's really good that you do abuse these smokes and almost use them as walls, because they're going to give your teammates space and either make the CTs or Ts guess where you are and what is happening. Now, before I show you how you can abuse the op on train to top frag every game, let me tell you, if you are an opper, train should be your favorite map because you can abuse so many deep lines. Now, if someone on your team isn't an opper, it's very important that you do abuse the op. There's so many good angles that you can take as an opper just because the lines are so deep. It's a lot harder for the riflers to actually swing and kill you because your head is just so much smaller since you're so far away. So some places that you can abuse the op is Ivy, just because this is a nice long corridor and there's not many nades they can throw to counter you at all. Another one is towards the window, where you can just scope on T-Con and hold anyone trying to run out or any late aggression if they are playing a little bit slower. But playing here also gives you the opportunity to play towards Ivy. Same with back 6. You can also hold T-Con at the early round and kill anyone running out. And then lastly, you do have this line towards Z, where you can just scope in and hold upper, or maybe you have a teammate in upper and you can just hold the ramp. There's not many ways for any Ts to counter you besides throwing smokes. Now, if you're on CT side and the Ts keep running out into yard and you have no idea how to stop them, there's actually a really OP angle that you can play when you come out of spawn. You can go ahead and just sit back here and tuck under the heaven ladder. Now, this spot is really good because you're going to be playing anti-flash from any flashes coming in, and you have a nice headshot angle. Now, you can space out just a little bit to kill anyone on this ledge, but this angle is very good if you have a gun, maybe if you pick up a Krieg from T side, or if you have an AUG as well, where you can just sit here and just kill anyone running out of T-Con. Now, obviously there will be a sandwich smoke sitting there, but abusing any angles on the train are really good because a position like this is also a headshot angle, so you will be a lot harder to hit if the Ts are trying to swing you, because a lot of your body is covered up by the train. If a T would try to spray at you, chances are he's just going to whiff, especially especially if he misses that first bullet. Now, if you want to know the best outside flash to throw that lands right here that won't risk blinding your teammates running out of T-Con, right out of spawn, you just want to come tuck right into these trains. Make sure you don't get run over by this one. You're going to aim right below this box and in between this little yellow dumpster, and you're going to just slightly shift walk and jump throw, and then you can just back up and keep chucking these flashes. Now, these are really good because they are not blinding your teammates when you're coming out T-Con, but it's going to blind anyone trying to play close, anyone trying to aggress towards the back red train or sandwich, and you're not going to have to worry about any CTs not being blind. Now, obviously, if they are running up on this train, they will be blind, but anyone even trying to play around E-box like this, they will get instantly blinded by these flashes. So these are really good if you want to do some sort of late pop as well, and you won't have any teammates raging at you because your flashes are somehow blinding them because they're going way too far. Drop flashes outside of T-Con. This will allow your teammates to throw extra flashes into yard, so when you are going out A, they can throw more than 2 flashes. Now, this is good because if you see where the flashes land, you can even throw them a little bit more to the right as well. So anyone running to ladder trying to look at T-Con will instantly get flash and be forced to turn, and this will allow you to get space out into A. You can see the angle here is a lot tighter than what it was in CSGO. So if you just throw a sandwich smoke, and you can even throw a back 6 smoke as well, you can get all this space for free just by dropping a couple extra flashes. So either ask your teammates or just drop them for your teammates and tell them to keep flashing non-stop, and you will get some free map control. Now, for a tip for anyone that likes to play B is that you guys don't want to be using your util early. It's very important as an anchor, especially if your rotates are super far away, is to hold your util and just listen. So at the start of the round, you want to make sure you're coming to this wall and trying to hear anyone making noise, and you will hear anyone around this area here, which gives you enough time to lay down your util on the site. So if I'm just sitting here listening or jiggling, if I don't hear any footsteps and I spot anyone crossing, I can just molly and run away. This is very fundamental CS that you guys hold your util, and I know people at the lower ranks don't know how to do it. They love to just throw their molly or smokes and have no idea why they're using it, but holding your util will give you a huge advantage and delay the T's from getting into the site, because if I'm sitting here either listening or spotting, I can throw down my molly. They have to wait behind this molly, or maybe someone will run through and I get a free frag, and then my teammate will already come over to Z, either hold my upper or he's here to support me for anyone that is trying to rush through the molly, and you will have a nice easy round win as a solo B anchor. Now, the best tip that I can give you for CT side is to always re-aggress. Train is such a good open map that gives you a lot of information of what the T's are doing, and you also have a lot of places where you can take map space. So for example, if the T's are rushing out yard, I would tell one of my players to come towards Ivy and just rip a flash for him so he can come over here and just clear Ivy and take this space, so it's one less place we have to worry about. Same thing goes for if my ladder player hears a lot of footsteps towards upper B. It's really good for him to come close ladder and ask for a flash from someone towards the back red train and just flash into ladder, so he can either swing this on a timing with all these footsteps coming in any times when the T's will be here, or he just wants to take this space early in the round and try to get into a nice little rat cubby so he can get a couple free kills. You can also do it on the B side of the map as well, where if you have a player towards upper, you can just flash through this window and blind anyone up towards Brown Hall that is either looking towards ramp, or if you again time it correctly, you're going to blind anyone that is trying to rush towards B. Now, if you want to learn train in a lot of smokes or maybe even the callouts, there's actually something really cool that Valve added. And if you go to the practice mode, and you can see on a lot of the maps, the load map guide is not enabled, but on train it is. So if you click this and hit go, it's going to load you into a practice game, and you're going to see what Valve has added into the game. So if I go to T side here, I'm going to get all these little pop-ups of smoke. So you can see for an Ivy smoke, I can just come into this corner. I can aim here. It's going to tell me aim at the top of the stack of cans on the roof, then jump throw. So if I just jump throw this smoke, you're going to see that it's going to land in what they are calling Ivy. As you can see, there's even a Z smoke here that's going to give you a lineup just like this. And then there's going to be a long dog smoke as well. Now, the last tip I have for you is to have fun. Train is a very new map, and we haven't seen any pros play on it besides in Faceit. So there's no right or wrong in what you're doing on the map, and just make sure that you are having fun and not worrying too much on what is actually happening, because we haven't seen the meta yet. Nothing is really going to make sense until we actually see these tier 1 pros play the map. So just make sure you guys are enjoying everything, trying to learn new tips, learn new smokes, share them to the community, and always hold W, especially on train, because we all know you just need one sandwich smoke and a lot of flashes, and you can just run out T-Con and frag out as much as you want. So don't worry about winning or losing, just enjoy the map, try to learn it, and then maybe you can teach the pros a thing or two. If you enjoyed these 10 tips for train, you will love these 6 mechanics that you can abuse in CS2, so click the video on screen now to see those.